Honestly, I can't even begin to describe the amount of resistance I'm feeling to recording this. But I said I will record this and post it today. And then I got a sign, like, there was a sign that today is really the day. Hence the title of this video. It rained on Christmas, which is today, for me. In fact, it was obviously a sun shower. At least it looked that way from my window. And I was like, whoa. We're so out of the rainy season. We're deep into Hamatan season. And it's raining today of all days after I've decided that today is the day I'll be posting my first video. This must be some sort of sign. Like, it must be. Because lately I've been very... what's the word? And you might notice that I keep talking differently because I'm trying to actually enunciate my letters more, because I tend to rush over all my letters. So I'm trying to like give each letter the respect it deserves, something like that. But anyways, I was saying, lately I've been feeling like abundance is not really a part of my life anymore. Everything is so hard, everything takes so much effort. Even what I used to find joy in, like doing my 10,000 steps a day to achieve my ideal body, is starting to become a headache. And I was like, what is going on? No, for real, like, what is going on? And also, I'm usually very lucky with money. Not tooting my own horn or anything, but even when I'm thinking about money, like, I'll just notice an anonymous drop of money in my bank account, and I'm like, okay, God bless this money that just dropped that I don't even know where it's from. but for real, okay? Sometimes, like, I'll just be thinking about money all day, and then there will be like a 15 naira alert on my this thing, and it's a plus, not a minus, and I'm like, that's interesting. And there will be like no sender, so I can't even send it back to anybody. So I'm like, okay, I'll just take it as a sign that it's a response to the money I've been thinking about all day. And lately, abundance has been missing in my life. And abundance starts from within. Like, it's all a mindset, and I truly believe that. Because how can two people who are in the same situation, and one will be smiling while the other person is always having a frown? So having a frown doesn't necessarily mean that you're living a bad life. Sometimes you just put on a frown because you don't want people to know that you're actually happy, because shielding your happiness from others is actually a thing because of evil eye and everything. But like, one is always like, so you will see their face is as black as a pot and everything, and they're really miserable, but the other person is just thriving and they're both in the same condition. How does that happen? Because one has an abundance mindset, and I really believe that comes from within. That no matter what happens, you know, God won't let you go to bed hungry, He won't let you down, and that there's always better around the corner. So I was starting to lose that, and I don't want to bother my parents with about money issues or something like that, because I think they already have their own stuff to worry about. And come on, I'm already old enough. I think I should be able to be supporting them now instead of mooching off of them, is how I feel. So I just said it's a high time, honestly. I've been playing with the idea of creating a YouTube channel for like 3 years now, and making a TikTok post. Well, I did start posting a few years back, but then I stopped because I was just experimenting with putting myself out there and everything. And now I'm like, maybe it's high time, because it's high time your girl starts earning something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Your girl needs to start bringing in the dough. The dough. Anywho, so abundance is a mindset thing, and it rained today, and I was like, this is a sign. There's hardly a cloud in the sky, but it's raining, and it rained like 3 times, and the last time was the heaviest. And I was like, this is a sign. God is telling me that there doesn't need to be other people, or other people don't have to be giving me money or stuff like that for me to have abundance. God can literally make it rain when there's hardly a cloud in the sky. I think it's called a sun shower. A sun shower. So that means God can make it rain in my life, as in rain bundles of money, without other people needing to be there. I can do it by myself, just between me and God. I was like, yep, this is definitely a sign that I need to start posting today, because it rained just for me. It's probably grandiose thinking, but hey, we take what we can and we interpret it how we will, right? And I just interpret it for the best. I will interpret it for the best, because what am I going to lose from doing that? Nothing. But I can gain. And that's going to be my first post. That's my gain. Because it rained for me. And that's how I take it. So I think it's great to be able to look for signs after you have prayed, especially if you have prayed very sincerely, to look for signs that God has answered you. There can be small things, like let's say like there's a subtle wind and the wind is flowing in the direction that the door doesn't close. So like, if the wind flows in the direction that the door closes within the next 10 minutes, then I know God answered my prayer, or something like that. It's just subtle little things that you do to just bring some hope, It doesn't have to be like set in stone, like if it doesn't close, then God didn't answer your prayer. No, nothing like that. So anyways, whenever it rains, it always makes me happy, because I love the rain, and I was born in the rainy season. So whenever I'm doing to do something big in my life and it rains that day, I'm usually taking it as a big sign that God has answered my prayers. And so that's how it is. Peace out.